Here's where we're at on the city bike tax for electric bikes and gas-powered bikes that's being proposed by our city council. So what I did was I contacted a council member that I knew and drafted a 2-page document that sort of bullet pointed why this is a bad idea for our city. Then I sent that out to our mayor, and I also sent that out to our city manager, and so far they're listening. It came up for discussion at the city council meeting and it was tabled. There was about 5 minutes of discussion on the topic, and then they all voted unanimously to table the item for an agenda at a later meeting, which will happen in the middle of February. So kudos to our city council in that they acknowledge the fact that they need to maybe be more educated on this and look into it further and make sure that they're not making a knee-jerk reaction. After listening to their conversations and also speaking to the one council member that I know, what I found is they're trying to lump these two bicycles together, an electric bike and a gas-powered bike. But predominantly, they're having issues with gas-powered bikes, the noise, the pollution, and the speeds, which really don't apply to electric bikes. So it's not that they just don't have the knowledge about this, because none of them have experience with gas-powered bikes or electric bikes other than them getting in the way while they're driving and whatnot, and hearing from citizens in the city about issues that they've had. I've almost hit one almost hit me, one did hit me. They're uninsured, so now I have to use my uninsured motorist insurance in order to get my vehicle fixed. These are the issues and the complaints that are coming to our city council, and that's why they're taking up this ordinance in order to address that. I've read further on the proposed ordinance, and it turns out the punishment or the fines and things are just a little bit worse than what I outlined in my first video on the subject. And if you looked at just the fines and the penalties alone, it almost seems as though the desired outcome would be there just be no motorized bikes anywhere in our city. But I don't think that's their approach. I don't think that's their desired outcome. They just need to address the complaints that they're getting. And again, most of them are coming from the issues of gas-powered bikes. So I think we have two separate issues here. They need to be educated on the difference between electric and gas-powered bikes. And then I think electric bikes should be encouraged, and gas-powered bikes, they shouldn't be eliminated, but they should be regulated, or the current bike laws in the state need to be enforced. And I think these bike laws are already on the books. It's on the books for the 10-year-olds that are riding bikes now that pull out in front of cars. There really is no difference. I think the reason regular bikes aren't included in this is because it would be really unpopular if you were confiscating or impounding bicycles from 10-year-olds. So the next step is, through the advice and the assistance and help that I've received from the comments section on the first video, I've gotten a lot of documentation and whatnot that I can use to support our position. I've got a meeting coming up, and it's going to be with the chief of police, where this originated from, and then also the council member and possibly the city manager. So we're going to have that meeting in January, and I'm going to try to bring them up to speed. And I'm one that believes you can't complain without maybe offering a suggestion or improvement or a fix to a situation. So I'm going to do some more homework and see what other cities have regulated gas bikes, what other cities have regulated electric bikes, or not regulated either one of those, and see if there's some other intel or some information that we can pull from other communities. But what I don't want to see is the lumping of electric bikes and gas bikes together, and that's really my primary goal in educating them. So I'll have that meeting with the city officials, and if you would please, in the comments section, please put a link or write some information, something that I can use in my argument of why e-bikes and gas bikes shouldn't be lumped together, and why this tax, this fee, is a poor idea. Anyway, now I will tell you this, I've gotten a lot of nasty comments for the city officials and whatnot, and I'm not all about that, to be honest. These guys are serving their community, and they're using common sense as illustrated by the tabling of this issue, and they acknowledge they need more information. So I'm going to work more with the diplomacy than I am anything else. The next update will come in about the middle of January, and I'll let you know how my meeting goes with the city officials. But if you're interested in this topic or you find this video informative, please hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you soon.